What is happening, lads? So you always hear people saying it's you versus you and it's not against anyone else. And to be honest, for the longest time I was like, bollocks, yeah, no, I want to look better than that person or this person. It's easy to say you versus you, you're at the top. But I was only there the last day. I was in the gym in the morning. I had an hour on the Stairmaster programmed, and I was just building up so much in my head. Like everything in my body was telling me, don't do it, man, don't do it. Oh, you're ran down, you've got no energy. Everything was telling me, like, don't do it, or use a different machine, don't use the stairs. Like, everything was telling me not to do it. So in that situation right there, I was my own biggest enemy. I was building up so much in my head that I was like, oh, it's gonna be so hard. But then I just got on the Stairmaster, done my hour of steps, and you know what, afterwards, actually the first 5 minutes I was still like in this mindset, but then I just flipped the switch and I was like, just do it. And that kind of pushing yourself outside your comfort zone like that, that's where you actually grow. Because say since that, I've almost been on like a snowball effect. I feel like that was like pushing the snowball up to the top of the hill, and I feel like now I'm building some momentum with it. Because I feel like now, right, I've done that was the hardest day yet, and now every day I'm like, sure, why can't I just do that again? But the thing that was killing me is I was looking too far down the road. I was looking like, oh, I've got an hour to do here now. I have to do this every single day for the next 5 weeks, and that's stress, and I was almost overwhelming myself with the amount of workload. Like say if someone puts like a month over like 2 months worth of work in front of you and says get that done, it's so easy to be like, oh, too much work, pack it in. So the mindset I've kind of switched to now is just taking it one step at a time. Right, 50 minutes of cardio, let's get that done. Let's do 1 foot at a time. Even like looking at the time, being like, oh, 40 minutes left, don't do that. Just go on, focus on 1 step at a time, because once you let you let your stress levels rise, you start building up into a bigger thing that has to be. So you almost have to learn to control your emotions, to keep your stress levels low at every single moment, every single minute on the treadmill, when you're doing your cardio, or doing anything mentally tough, anything that is mentally tough to you. Obviously, it's all relative. This could be completely different for you, a completely different scenario of your life. But when you do feel like your mind's slipping, you're like, oh, I'm about to like spike my stress levels here now by building it into something bigger. Just remember, it does take focus to almost keep your mind in that level space. But the more you do it, the easier it gets. Like the last few mornings now, I've been able to reduce my stress a bit and almost focus on left foot, right foot. And it makes it so much easier. It does require focus to keep yourself there, but once you can keep yourself there, it makes it a lot easier. And you have to understand, like say your work capacity increases over time. It's like progressive overload with anything in the gym, even in life. Like say if you haven't done something before, the first time you do it is going to be uncomfortable, but the more you expose yourself to that over a long time period, your body almost gets used to it. So think of yourself as like an elastic band. Every time you do something tough, you're stretching that out. Obviously you don't want to go from here to here straight away because you'll snap, but little slow exposure and you'll stretch the elastic band. So when you lay it down to rest each day, it's gotten a bit bigger, I suppose. So your work capacity has got a bit bigger. So that's what you almost want to look at it as. Like to get something you've never had before, you have to be willing to do something you've never done before. So just look at it like that. So anytime you are getting overwhelmed with the amount of work you have to do, just take it step by step. Focus on keeping your stress levels low, so not building up into a big task. Just focus on 1 step at a time. And I promise you, if you do adopt this mindset, it'll make you a lot mentally tougher for one. You'll get better at controlling your emotions, and then next time you're put into a stressful situation, you'll be able to control it a lot better.